name Killah Ky, and goddamn you fly. Shout it. This my man Rock, he in the car, let's take a ride. Shout it.
What up, though? It's your boy Killah Ky. Part 5, week 5, brother. My blogging series, part 1. As you can see, I'm all dressed up, just getting back from the house of the Lord. That's right, Killah Ky goes to church. No, it's not K-I-L-L-E-R, it's A-H. Killing the tracks. Just so y'all know. But yeah, I praise God and the Most High, you know, always, but especially this week because I was a little under the weather this week, and a lot of people, for that matter, were under the weather, man. It was a bad flu, real bad. So whenever something bad happens to me, I praise God anyway, but especially for something like that, I had to go to the house of the Lord and just give thanks, because a lot of people didn't make it through. Like Bernie Mac had a little cold and he lost his life. So you can't take things like that for granted. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Candace and my cousin Alana for checking up on me, man, and making sure I go to the doctor. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Also, before I get into the blogging series this week, I also want to give my condolences and my love to my man Pope John. Pope John, I hope you get yourself together, baby. Get back to where you're supposed to be. I'm real sorry to hear about what happened. Shout out to Fast Acts Entertainment. Shout out to Bishop and the whole squad. With that, I got a couple things I want to talk to y'all about on the political front. Now, I notice how everybody is talking about AIG, Barack, the economy, things of that nature. And a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions. First, I'm going to start with my man Barack Obama. Everybody's saying, oh, he's this, that, this, and that. I remember back in September when the top thing that every economist or media outlet with their carbon copy economists was talking about was the stock market. Oh, it's plummeting. Oh, it's not going up. Oh, we don't know what's going to happen with the stock market. Wall Street. Well, ever since the stimulus plan, the Economic Recovery Act has been in effect, as far as I can see, the stock market has been doing phenomenal. And ever since Timothy Geithner introduced his plan to buy the bank's toxic assets, Wall Street couldn't have been more happy about that. The stock market has been flourishing ever since we got that news. That's right, yo, Killah Ky knows about politics. Study political science. See, just to go off topic for a tad second, you dudes that say you rap or whatever you do, when you do something, make sure you're contributing to your community, to your people. Don't use your microphone to rap about BS. Give the people something that they can use. Drop some jewels, whether it be your life experience, what have you. But alright, I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm sorry, I know I was beating up on a lot of people last week. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that is AIG thing. A lot of people are upset, rightfully so, about AIG taking the bailout money and giving bonuses to their employees. I feel it was wrong. But it's not my place to say if it's wrong or if it's right. What you really should be furious about, what the media doesn't tell you about, is the $40 billion that AIG shipped to their overseas accounts. The Bank of Tokyo, banks in Europe, different banks all around the world, that nobody in the United States has jurisdiction to track down, because once the money leaves our water, our shores, we can't do anything about it. So if you want to be mad about something at AIG, and if you want to investigate something, you have to investigate the $40 billion. Okay? Now, this is something that the media probably won't tell you, but hey, I'm your hood anchor man, and I'm here for you. And I'm telling you, investigate it. Look into it. Please look into it. The $40 billion that AIG has shipped overseas to Tokyo, and Germany, and London, and all these other banks. They don't have nothing to do with the United States economy. Okay? Also, a lot of people talk about the recession and the economic crisis, and it is a recession. It very much so is a recession. But I challenge everybody under the sound of my voice to do so. Really study. And I gotta give a shout out to my man Lou. Louis Felice, Rutgers University, Grand Slam, my man. Yo, he's a smart dude. He puts me up on a lot of this stuff too. And sometimes I'm humbled some of the information he gives me. I want y'all to really look at the Great Depression, all the economic recessions that the United States has had throughout history. This is nothing new. This has been going on for decades. They build the economy up. They build it to let it fall, to let it fail. I'm not going to go throughout the whole rigorous translation of telling you how the first Great Depression was something that was made by the Federal Reserve and the banking system to cripple our economy, to make it rely on the the Federal Reserve, which is an independent entity. See, the Federal Reserve has nothing to do with the federal government. It's a separate entity. Just like the CIA has nothing to do with the government. It's a separate branch of government. I want y'all to look into that. I want y'all to really, really look into that. And I bet y'all see that Great Depression that they call was so great, they made it. They made it for reasons that I'll explain to you. If anybody want to reach out to me, send me a message and we can fully go into it in depth. But I'm going to spare y'all going through it in depth. But I will explain to you. And I will send you research and video. You don't even have to read. I'll send you the video of how all these recessions and depressions have been created by these bankers. The same way they're telling us that Mexico is having these crazy drug wars. I got a lot of Mexican friends. It's been drug wars in Mexico since probably a lot of us have been born. This is nothing new. Don't let them hoodwink you. They want us to make this NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement, Canada, United States, Mexico, build us all together and make something called the Amero dollar. Same way they do it in Europe with the Euro dollar, they want to make the Amero. One of the tactics they can use is to maybe make people think that, oh, Mexico can't handle their people, the cartels themselves. The United States has to step in and aid them. For that reason, if that's the reason that they're doing it, that would be a good reason. But I'm challenging everybody that's under the sound of my voice. I got a love for y'all. So I'm challenging all y'all to read in between the lines. Do they really want to help the people of Mexico because of this drug war, this war on drugs? The war on drugs? I've been hearing about the war on drugs all my life. I ain't seen nobody. Drugs is a resilient ass army. Because they've been fighting for years. And they won't lose. It's not a war on drugs. Read in between the lines. See why the media is really making a big deal about Mexico. And then look up that Amero. Look up the RFID chip. Look up Aaron Russo. Look up NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. Look at the European Union. Look at the Asian Union they're trying to create. The American Union they're trying to create. And I guarantee y'all, it'll bring a lot more clarity to this whole recession, economic crisis we got going on. That's taking nothing away from my man Barack Obama. I think he's doing a significant job. I think he's the right man for it. I wouldn't want his job for the world. It's real stressful, but I give him nothing but respect for taking it on. God bless that brother. Alright. Anything else, y'all hit me on a message and let me know how y'all feel about it. You already know, or you should know, we got the show at the Sisters for Soul in Linden on St. George's Avenue. That's, I believe, April 11th. Check the Facebook page for the exact dates and times. We got a lot of stuff brewing up. We're supposed to do some things with the Earl Manigault Basketball Classic up in Harlem. So stay tuned. I'm gonna give you some more information about that to see where that's gonna be. You know, and keep checking in with me, and I'm gonna keep giving y'all the insight. Yo, shout to good music. Shout to people that's really doing it, staying true to themselves. Shout to my man ADH, please. He's a beast, yo. If you don't know nothing about my man ADH, check for him, yo. He's a beast. He's a real dude, yo. That's my dude. I got some tracks with him. He's a real dude. It's my nigga. Shout to you, bro. And oh, I'm signing off from here. But I want y'all to check out part 2. This is week 5. I want you to check out part 2. I got some special guests for y'all. Peace and love. Killah Ky, don't die.